Hey y'all, it's me, Colleen, from New York Nomad. I am in Illinois. I think I'm about halfway through Illinois. Um, Going through Indiana was kind of a whirlwind, and I didn't make as many videos and take as many pictures as I should have. It's just since the weather has gotten hot, where most of the day is above 100 degrees, it's kind of been wearing me out a little. And I was going to try to make a video to catch up on everything that happened in Indiana, because it was kind of a big deal. The police showed up on me several times. I met some awesome people, Andrea, Linda, and Chandra. At least that's all I can think of at the moment in Indiana. Linda came and hiked with me for a few days, and we hung out and had girl time, and I really enjoyed that. And Andrea let me camp in her yard, and I stayed there for a couple of days because there was a heat advisory while I was there. And her family was wonderful. She has 2 kids, and then it turned into 4 kids, and she has a baby on the way, and I don't think I ever seen her sit down one time the whole time I was there. So Andrea, if you're watching, I hope you're getting your rest, and thank you for your hospitality. And then Chandra, I stay with her in Evansville, and she is a friend of Becky and Nan, my trail angels from Maryland, and also a little bit of Ohio. So I met with her, and we stayed there. I stayed there for several days, again because of the heat, and I needed rest at that point too. So I spent the 4th of July with her and her family, and that was nice. And she has a wonderful family and wonderful dogs. And Indiana, the Hoosiers really showed me some great hospitality. I mean, it was, there was just people stopping giving me water and a bag of hamburgers and food, and I mean, it was just wonderful. And there's a couple of other people that I met, but I can't remember if it was in Ohio or Indiana, or even if it was in West Virginia. Stuff is really starting to mix up for me. I let my birthday twin, I want to say she was in Indiana. Yeah, I think she was in Indiana. Marina and her husband Tim. I think it was in Indiana. If I met y'all in Ohio, I'm sorry. But they turned out that they were really awesome, and she sent Jacob this cooling vest. Here he is right here. It works pretty good. It seemed to work better yesterday, so maybe today I didn't distribute the water good enough, but when I stick my hand under there, his fur is real cool. And so is his stomach and stuff, but he's still, panting and hot and tired. So I wish he would have taken to the shoes, because I know that would have helped, at least keep the heat off his feet. I use musher's wax on his paws, and that keeps his paws, looking nice, and keep it from, blistering and callousing and all that other stuff. But there's not a lot I can do to help him beat the heat, except for take more breaks than what I normally do. I probably take a break like every 2 miles now, or whenever I see his tongue hanging out the side of his mouth, because he pants, quite regularly, but when the tongue start hanging out the side of his mouth, I know he's tired. So we'll take a break, and it'll be like a 30-minute break, because now it gets hot at 10 a.m. So even me getting started at 5 a.m., is helping a little bit. I was able to get in more miles when I was night walking, but honestly, since people have been calling the police on me so much, I haven't really been comfortable night walking. And the other times when I did night walk, it was more, less busy and more trail-like conditions, so I didn't really have to worry about cars like I do now. Because the street that I'll be on, I've been on this street for a while, and I'll be on it for probably another week or so. It's not very busy, but there is a car, like every so often. I don't know how it is at night. Because previously at night, all I had to worry about were the different creatures, raccoons, bears, possums, coyotes, that kind of stuff. But it was fine because I didn't also have to worry about cars. So now walking at night, it just becomes a lot more stressful than what it was at first. Because, yeah, the temperatures are cooler. I do better. Dick does better. I can get in more miles. But there's a lot more that I have to pay attention to. Other than the cars and the creatures, there's just, well, trying to manage it all together. And then you can't, of course, visibility is lower. I can only see as far as my headlamp will go. And I think maybe that's about maybe 7 feet in front of me. So I was stepping in a couple of potholes, and I think I rolled my ankle a couple of times. And Indiana definitely was a whirlwind. I don't know how long it took me to get through it. I don't think it took me long, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, I'm not sure. I did take more rides than what I normally do, just because it's so hot so early, and it doesn't cool down until it gets dark. So it's like from like 10, 11 o'clock to like 7 o'clock. It's like either already feeling like 100 degrees or approaching. So I can't put myself through that, or Jacob. So I've been, my mileage is down because my walking hours are shorter. And I've also been taking more rides. But fortunately for me, the people who offer me a ride also let me camp in their yard. So kind of two birds with one stone kind of thing. But I hope to get back on track soon. Definitely by the time I get to Missouri, because I know I'll be on the Katy Trail for a while, and cars aren't allowed there from what I hear, and it'll pretty much take me through the whole state. So I'm kind of looking forward to that again, because that'll be like the C&O Canal again, where I didn't have to worry about cars, and I can walk at any time of day that I want to, so that'll be great, because waking up early in the morning, it starts to feel like work, like a job. And that's not what I signed up for. This is supposed to be an adventure, and I know it wasn't all going to be peaches and roses, but it's not supposed to feel like I work in the salt mine either. So hopefully the weather will change for me soon. There's a heat advisory again out today, so we'll see how far I get. That's all I got for y'all now. Talk to you later.